We start the episode in the goofiest manner, as Spider-Man is daydreaming about becoming the ultimate S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Nick Fury sees this mess and cuts his imagination short. Spider-Man thinks he is as close as ever to becoming the ultimate Spider-Man, but Fury thinks he still needs more training and discipline. Spider-Man responds like every other teenager by throwing a temper tantrum and going home. Spider-Man goes through his whole day and is still somehow late to his S.H.I.E.L.D. training. He quickly suits up and swings all the way to the helicarrier. But instead of finding the usual S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, he finds a bunch of weird dudes in masks. He realizes something is wrong here, unless he hopped on the wrong helicarrier. They restrain him immediately, and their leader, Scorpio, introduces himself and his plans to Spidey. He shocks him by revealing that Nick Fury is dead, and that S.H.I.E.L.D. has fallen to his group, the Zodiac. Spider-Man can't believe what he is hearing and resorts to calling out Scorpio and taunting him. Scorpio orders his men to kill Spider-Man, but he manages to slip through their grasp and escape them after dodging their attacks. Spider-Man falls into some kind of wreckage inside the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and he starts talking to himself, trying to convince himself that Scorpio's words are not true, and that he needs to make sure Nick Fury is dead by himself. Spider-Man crawls through the vents, spying on the Zodiac gang, and trying to come up with a solution to take them down and find Nick Fury. He tries to connect with the other members of his team like Iron Fist and White Tiger, but they are all unavailable. He sees Scorpio ordering his men to download all the data on the ship before initiating the self-destruction sequence and crashing the ship to the ground. Spider-Man panics, trying to come up with ideas quickly. Suddenly, Nick Fury reaches out to Spider-Man through his communication watch. Spider-Man thinks it is the voice of Fury in his head, but quickly realizes he is the real deal. The goofy Spider-Man is so shocked to see that Nick Fury is still alive that he screams in glee and gives up his position like a moron. Scorpio calls on him to reveal himself. Spider-Man does just that before fighting the Zodiac goons, and then going to the computer station at the order of Nick Fury to stop the download of all S.H.I.E.L.D. top-secret information. Scorpio tries to stop Spider-Man from aborting the download, but he fails miserably. Scorpio admits that he underestimated Spider-Man, so he brings out his weapon, a goddamn key by the way, and shoots at Spidey. Spidey manages to evade the blast and escape into the vents once again. Nick Fury then calls Spider-Man once again to inform him of his location at the medical bay, so he can come and free him. Spider-Man tries to disguise himself with one of the Zodiac furry costumes, but he figures out that it is not going to work all that well with the huge animal mask slipping. So, he resorts to the brilliant idea of puppeteering the unconscious body of the Zodiac gang member to fool other Zodiac members into leaving their post. It hilariously doesn't work, and he just ends up beating them the old-fashioned way and outsmarting them when they counterattack. Spider-Man finally reaches the medical bay and sees Nick Fury strapped to a bed with a laser gun pointed at him and slowly moving towards his body. Spider-Man almost cuts off Fury in half trying to help him, but he ultimately stops the laser and frees Fury. Fury then takes Spidey to the armory, and they suit up to fight and defeat the Zodiac gang. They ride on a bike and take out all the guards on their way. Fury then tells Spider-Man that he has a plan. Spidey then goes to the roof to fight off the Zodiac goons, using all the new gadgets and weapons he picked up from S.H.I.E.L.D. Meanwhile, Fury uses invisibility gadgets to sneak through the helicarrier and reach the control deck. He takes control of the helicarrier and shocks Scorpio by submerging the whole thing in water. Fury and Scorpion then fight one-on-one as Scorpio hints at something deeper between him and Fury, but refuses to elaborate further or tell him his secret identity. Spider-Man snatches the Scorpion key from Scorpio, and Nick Fury unmasks the guy to reveal that it is his brother. Scorpio escapes immediately, as Spider-Man and Nick Fury stop the helicarrier from self-destructing. The next episode starts with J. Jonah Jameson talking about another insect vigilante running around New York. This new guy goes by the name of Beetle, and J. Jonah Jameson is hard at work trying to expose him like Spider-Man. Meanwhile, Spider-Man and the S.H.I.E.L.D. team are fighting the Sticky Glue Man. They manage to capture him and go back to Nick Fury. Fury praises their teamwork and gives them a very important mission. He briefs them about the Beetle and how he will do whatever he can to keep his identity safe from the Bugle. Fury then shocks Spider-Man by revealing that the team's mission is to actually protect J. Jonah Jameson. Turns out the Beetle has actually stolen weapons and helped straight-up villains to escape from captivity. Spider-Man is really nonchalant about Jameson's life and thinks that he should protect himself, but his team wants to face the Beetle and take him down. Suddenly, MJ calls Spider-Man and tells him that she has an interview at the Daily Bugle right now. Spider-Man is distraught because now he has an actual reason to defend Jameson and protect MJ from harm. Spider-Man quickly removes his suit and surprises MJ as Peter Parker. He tries to get her to not go into the Bugle because of the whole Beetle thing, but MJ is determined to secure her future at all costs. Luke Cage and Iron Fist attempt to stop her from entering the building, but she uses her profession, and the fact that she can expose them for enforcing the law as vigilantes against them. MJ and Peter enter the building together, before a small beetle robot disperses sleeping gas attacking Iron Fist and Luke Cage. Nova tries his best in stopping MJ, but gets outsmarted. He then gets zapped by the same beetle robot. Meanwhile, MJ and Peter Parker go through the elevator, but it stops working and almost crashes with both of them inside. Peter acts surprised in the fakest way possible, and we see that White Tiger was responsible for this. She then catches a glimpse of the beetle and tries to chase him, but ultimately gets blasted and knocked out like the rest of the team. MJ is still determined to go to that interview, and she forcefully opens the elevator door to take the stairs. Peter tries to contact the team, but no one is responding. Peter and MJ reach the secretary of Jameson. Peter gets his spidey senses tingling and rushes MJ to Jameson's office for her interview, as he suits up and secures the door with his webs, while waiting for the beetle to strike. Spider-Man tries to plan his attack, but the elevator door opens up and he is swarmed with tiny beetle robots, before he sees the beetle standing behind them. He tries to knock out Spider-Man, but Spider-Man manages to dodge the attack and start fighting him one-on-one. They take the fight outside before Beetle punches the shit out of Spidey. Suddenly, the other S.H.I.E.L.D. team members show up, and they all gang up on Beetle. They manage to capture Beetle the same way they did with the Glue Man. Beetle, however, easily breaks free of this trap and speeds up to Jameson's office. Spider-Man manages to catch him at the last second and protect MJ. The rest of the team knocks him out for good this time. Spider-Man then realizes that Jameson is not even in the building, and he is talking through a TV. He tries to berate Spidey again, but MJ pulls the plug before thanking Spider-Man for saving her life again. Not a lot to say about these two episodes. They felt like filler more than anything. The show still suffers from trying way too hard to be funny and failing 90% of the time syndrome, but maybe this will change in the future. Can't help but also feel that MJ would have had way more sauce if there was some romantic tension between her and Peter, but alas, we just got the bare minimum. This brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me, what do you think of these two episodes? Do you want to see Peter get with this MJ? Or should he just date someone else that we haven't seen or didn't expect? Maybe White Tiger? What about Gwen Stacy? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.